up? I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
All right, now let's talk about Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan. Larsa Pippen confirmed that they have broken up, and this time it's for good. She was on the episode of Amy and TJ podcast on iHeart, and here's what she said.
I spent time away from him, and it just kind of gave me clarity when I was alone. And I think when you're alone, you kind of really either miss the person or realize maybe you're not my guy. And I feel like that made me realize that I don't think he's my guy. I just think we're just on a different journey, you know? And I feel like I have to be true to who I am, what I'm doing, and what he's doing. You know, I want him to be happy. He's a great guy.
She said they're still on good terms. So does that mean they don't have their separation anxiety podcast?
I wrote down what's going to happen to their podcast.
You wrote that? You wrote that question? Yes, they had a whole podcast together. Well, Marcus Jordan also went on social media and said, I wasn't born last night. Okay. Rewriting history for clout is not cute. Funny how people change just to be part of a conversation that's irrelevant. Why give Shorty a heart when she'd rather have press?
Oh, that's nerve, LOL.
That's that nerve, LOL.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, so it feels like at some point, Marcus never really talks about
And that's
anything.
your guy. Yeah, you guys are friends. So can you get the real tea?
I actually really like Marcus Jordan. I think he's super cool.
Yeah.
Like were you with me?
No.
My girl Koya. We went to his opening for his store in Orlando, but he's always been super chill, nice. That's why it was so weird for me to see him
so
publicly in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Like we've never seen that before.
I wonder, will he continue to date women in the public? Because I think Larsa would still date guys in the public. I wonder if
she said she's ready to date soon.
Well, I'm sure.
Okay.
Good for her. Sure.
All right. Now, Halle Berry was talking on a Day of Unreasonable Conversation Summit, and she had a very candid conversation with Dr. Joe Biden, First Lady, about menopause and about women's health. And she said that she learned she was perimenopause because her doctor mistook her symptoms for herpes.
Oh my gosh.
That's when the body starts to make its natural transition to menopause, and that marks the end of a woman's reproductive years. She said she felt like she had razor blades in her vagina. This is when she was 54 years old. And she said, I ran to my gynecologist and said, oh my God, what's happening? It was terrible. And he told her, you have the worst case of herpes I've ever seen. And she was like, herpes? I don't have herpes. But she confronted her man about it at the time, Van Hunt, and they both tested negative.
Okay.
And then she realized that that is a symptom of perimenopause.
Feeling like you have razor blades?
She said dryness is a symptom, and her doctor had no knowledge and didn't prepare her. And so that's why she wants to make sure she uses her platform to tell other people what that's all about.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but we still feel like you need to know about it. It's way up.